Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mano 777, and we are back inside of Destiny. It is Tuesday, March 1st, and it is time for your weekly reset video. For today, we are going to be taking a look first at the Nightfall. You can see here that I am on Mars. We have to enter the Dust Palace and destroy the Scion Flares. The modifiers are Epic, Void Burn, where void damage from any source is greatly increased. Brawler, Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. Grounded, players take more damage while airborne. And Trickle, recharge of abilities is significantly reduced. So the best thing I can possibly tell you guys to do is make sure that you have a Void Sword and a Void Sniper Rifle with you on this Nightfall, because that is going to be the best thing you could possibly bring. You want a Void Sniper Rifle or any kind of a Void long range weapon because of the rooms where you have the areas where there is the stairs. You have a lot of enemies that you need to take out at a distance, and there's a lot of things you don't want to get hit from because a lot of it does have void energy. You really want to have your Dark Drinker if possible to take out the Scion Flares. Again, if you really want to get a really cool item or a really cool thing from this strike, you can get the Treads Upon Stars Scout Rifle, or you can see here that I've got my Scion Flare mantle here for my hunter. That is one thing that you can farm here from this particular strike. So that, guys, that is the Nightfall for this week. Let's go to orbit and check out what else is going on in the universe of Destiny. Iron Banner is no longer with us. That was a really cool Iron Banner that we had with Clash. Unfortunately, that is no longer here. We won't know when the next Iron Banner is going to be coming in the next month or so. But let's go ahead and go to the Dreadnought and talk about the things that are there. Let's go to the King's Fall raid. This week we have the Golgoroth Challenge mode. I have a lot of people asking about Golgoroth Challenge. How do you do it? Just a quick rundown, guys. The key is that every single person in your fire team has to have the gaze of Golgoroth at some point. When it says that he's got your gaze, you need to make sure that everyone in your fire team has grabbed it. Now, you can't just constantly spam his gaze back and forth. You have 6 times that you can grab his gaze. So make sure that you have a preset number of your fire team, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put those people together and make sure that they understand that there is a certain order that you're going to grab the gaze and turn Golgoroth back and forth. You can still use the 1 orb strat on this. I highly recommend making sure that you have Titans with weapons of light and illuminated. Also make sure that you have a Titan. If you've got an extra Titan that has Melting Point, you can actually do significantly more damage using Melting Point than you can like with a tether with your hunter. If you have hunters with tethers and no Sunbreaker Titan with Melting Point, then that works okay. But actually, we do a ton of damage by using a Titan with Melting Point on his Sunbreaker class. So guys, that is how you could do the King's Fall challenge mode this week for Golgoroth. If you do it on normal mode, you will get items that are up to 310. You will get armor pieces that go up to 310. If you do it on your hard mode, then you will get items up to 320. That's all armor except for the helmet. The helmet can only come from Oryx. So that, guys, is your King's Fall mode. We can go, of course, and patrol the Dreadnought if we so choose, and then we can go to the Court of Oryx. This week it is going to be Kagor, and that's essentially the wizard that has the giant ogres that spawn. You have to kill the ogre before you can do damage to the wizard. So that is pretty easy, actually. I think that's probably, in my opinion, the easiest one to do. But that is this week's Tier 3 boss from patrolling the Dreadnought and going into the Court of Oryx. Let's take a look at this week. We have Inferno 3v3 competitive multiplayer for your weekly Crucible, where you can get legendary marks from that. Today's competitive multiplayer is Skirmish. The daily heroic is Track the House of Wolves across the surface of Mars. If this is ever lost to light, where we go and steal a piece of the crystal where Crota's soul was, aka the Black Spindle mission, guys. We do runs of that all the time on my Twitch live streams. Come check out the channel. Come say, hey, I need a Black Spindle. We speed run that. I have an entire team that does it on PS4 and Xbox One, guys. So if you're really interested in doing that, it should be coming up probably sometime in the next 5 or 6 days. I find that it comes into the rotation probably every 16 or 17 days. I think this is the 11th day we have not had the mission, so it should be coming up here shortly. Again, guys, you can always do your Vanguard heroic strikes. You can get 3 versions of the strike where you can get your weekly bonus of 10 legendary marks for 10. You can see here that fresh troops is one of the things that you've got when you are doing heroic strikes, so check that out, guys. It's a good way to farm for different items and stuff like that too. Now, just in case if there is ever an event or something like that going on, I always like to check the tower just to make sure that we don't miss any surprises, especially if Bungie does decide to do something with some new content. Guys, if you like something that I brought to you in this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It lets me know that the content that I am making for you is something that you're interested in, especially if you have been playing Destiny as long as I have. You know that oftentimes choosing what you do in Destiny is super important, because time is maybe one of those things that you have to weigh. Maybe you can't spend 12 hours a day like some streamers playing the game. So guys, that's just what I highly recommend. Again, guys, if you have not gotten a chance to do the raid as well, we do always help people on my channel. We try to help out as many people do the raid as much as possible on normal and hard. But guys, if you have questions on how to do that, just stop by my stream. I like to give out a lot of information out over there, just in case if you've got any questions there. I also do Trials of Osiris. We have a good team here. We have 1 or 2 people who actually do lighthouse carries, so that's pretty cool. We've got a pretty good thing going on with the community. Again, thank you for 1,300 followers on Twitch. So awesome. And just hit over 2,400 subscribers on YouTube. Super excited about that, guys. Thank you so much for making that possible. I do this for you guys. I really hope that you enjoy this content. You can see here that there's nothing going on in the tower, so it looks like we are all complete for the weekly reset. I hope you guys have a great week, guys. Stop by my Twitch live streams. If you have any questions or on the information on that, check down below in the description box. And guys, I will see you next time in the universe of Destiny.